I'm Dupre, and my poster is on the effectiveness of different prospective memory reminders. Prospective memory, or PM, is our ability to remember to complete an action in the future. This is important because prospective memory tasks are seen throughout everyday life, such as planning to take medication with breakfast or planning to study for an exam. In a typical laboratory environment, we measure prospective memory by giving participants an ongoing task, such as judging whether words have 2 or 3 syllables. In addition, participants might learn word pairs, such as positive and table, and form a prospective memory intention to type the second word whenever they see the first word. Importantly, there are 2 components of prospective memory, prospective and retrospective. The prospective element involves remembering that something must be done. The retrospective element involves remembering the target and action events associated with memory. For example, if you had the intention to take 2 multivitamins, the target event would be multivitamin, and the action would be take 2. These components have rarely been studied using reminders, which are tools we use to offload the contents of our memory onto our environment to reduce internal processing demands. Reminders for the memory component of prospective memory could include the target, the action, or both. For example, a target reminder would just say multivitamin, an action reminder would just say take 2, and a target action reminder would just say multivitamin take 2. For our study, we looked at how these different types of reminders affected prospective memory performance. Separating the memory component of prospective memory by providing reminders for each part allowed us to study them separately or together. We predicted that target action reminders will be more effective than either target or action reminders by themselves, and that all reminder conditions will be more effective than having no reminder. To test this, we used a 4-level between subjects design with the 4 conditions pictured below. The no reminder control completed the task with no reminder throughout. The target reminder group had the first word in the pair as a reminder. The action reminder group had the second word as a reminder, and the target action group had both words as a reminder. The reminder groups had reminders at the top of their screen throughout the prospective memory task. We used the prospective memory task that I described previously, where participants completed an ongoing syllable judgment task and formed a prospective memory intention to type the second word whenever they saw the first word. The procedure consisted of a practice stage where the participants learned the ongoing syllable judgment task, then they would proceed to the prospective memory encoding stage where they would learn word pairs. Afterwards, participants completed the full prospective memory task. For these results, prospective memory performance is on the y-axis. Prospective memory performance we defined by the proportion of targets that participants correctly responded to by typing the associated action. On the x-axis were the different reminder conditions. As predicted, target action reminders helped more than all other reminder types, but surprisingly, we found that action reminder alone and target reminder alone did not improve prospective memory performance above the no reminder control after Bonferroni corrections. Overall, our hypothesis was partially supported. Target action reminders improved prospective memory performance, but action reminders or target reminders by themselves did not. Gwynn et al. Found similar results, showing that target reminders are not effective, and action reminders were not as effective as reminders that included both a target and an action. It's worth noting that other studies, including ours, have found target reminders help for simple intentions with multiple targets associated with a single action, such as pressing the 7 key whenever the corresponding word was seen. However, most real-world prospective memory intentions have a unique action for every target event, like we had in the current study. Regardless, target action reminders are best. Practically speaking, when you set your own reminders, make them as specific as possible, such as take 2 multivitamins instead of just multivitamin. A future direction we had in mind was to test the participants' metacognitive awareness for the effectiveness of different reminder types. In the current study, we asked participants how often they looked at the reminder at the end of the experiment. Despite the effectiveness in reminder types, participants reported checking the reminders equally as often. This may indicate participants lack metacognitive awareness for the effectiveness of different reminders. To test this, we could use the exact same design and procedure used in the present experiment, except after learning the target action word pairs and what reminder they will have, participants make global predictions about their prospective memory performance. We hypothesized that participants would overestimate their performance in the target reminder and action reminder conditions. Thank you.